Today, we're breaking down the newly renovated Hotel RIU Palace Aruba to see if it's genuinely worth your hard-earned vacation budget. If you're plotting out a Caribbean getaway, you really need to know if a resort actually delivers on what you see in those glossy brochures. So we're going to cut right through the marketing fluff and get straight to the facts.
Okay, let's just dive right into the absolute biggest concern facing pretty much every vacation planner looking at the crowded Caribbean market right now. Is the newly renovated RIU Palace Aruba this ultimate 24-hour all-inclusive oasis, or is it really just another crowded mega resort on a super busy stretch of sand? We're going to look at exactly what a stay here feels like today, separating those shiny new upgrades from the actual day-to-day realities of being there.
To get to the bottom of this, here is our roadmap. 1. The Palm Beach decision. 2. Rooms and the Elite Club. 3. Beach, pools, and action. 4. Dining and nightlife. 5. The practical trade-offs. And finally, 6. The final verdict. Let's jump in. Palm Beach decision focusing on location and competitive context. We really need to start by positioning this resort competitively so you know exactly what you're buying into when you book that flight to Aruba.
So, when you're looking at Palm Beach, you've got to know your options. RIU Palace Aruba is very firmly a family-friendly, 24-hour all-inclusive. But if you look right next door, its sister property, the Antilles, well, that one is strictly adults only. Now, just down the beach, the Barcelone offers a pretty similar family vibe, while the Hyatt Regency is definitely more upscale, but it is distinctly not all-inclusive, meaning you're paying out of pocket for every single meal there. So if you're looking for an upfront, locked-in budget with the kids in tow, RIU Palace Aruba is really your primary baseline here.
The really crucial thing to understand about Palm Beach itself, which is essentially Aruba's famous high-rise hotel district, is that it is incredibly lively and, most importantly, highly walkable. Yes, obviously, it's known for pristine white sand and those gorgeous, calm, turquoise waters, but unlike those isolated mega resorts where you're kind of just trapped on the property, this location gives you the ultimate flexibility to literally just walk out the front door and explore. You can hit up local restaurants, shops, and attractions, like the Butterfly Farm, which is actually just a quick 6-minute walk away. Moving right along to Section 2, Rooms and the Elite Club, setting expectations and looking at upgrades. Let's see how the massive July 2026 renovations really shook things up for this specific property.
Okay, so the property officially reopened on July 31st, 2026, and this was after a complete top-to-bottom transformation. I mean, the entire resort got a massive facelift. We are talking totally modernized public spaces, fresh dining concepts, and completely refreshed rooms across the board, finally leaving behind that dated decor that you might have read about in older reviews. Now, this is where things get really interesting. There is a stark contrast between a standard stay and the brand new Elite Club upgrade. A standard room gets you 33 square meters of space and your normal 24-hour all-inclusive experience, which is great, right? But it's standard. The Elite Club, though, is essentially this adults-only oasis carved out within the family resort. It unlocks premium views, exclusive lounge access, top-shelf branded drinks, priority restaurant booking, and honestly, probably the biggest draw, options for private swim-up pools. Which brings us to Section 3, Beach, Pools, and Action, focusing on the hero features and amenities. Let's check out the main draws that pull literally thousands of guests to this property every single year. If you are looking for action, this resort is absolutely built for it. You get direct access to Palm Beach with free loungers right there on the sand. For the water lovers, you've got 2 massive outdoor pools, a brand new water slide pool for the kids, and, of course, a swim-up bar for the adults. Toss in the Renovated Spa and Wellness Center, plus free access to the famous Friday RIU party happening right next door at the Antilles, and you basically have an environment engineered from the ground up for constant, non-stop entertainment. All right, Section 4, Dining and Nightlife, looking at that 24-hour all-inclusive promise. Food is arguably the most critical part of any all-inclusive decision, so let's break down what they're actually promising when it comes to eating and drinking.
Well, you certainly won't go hungry here, that's for sure. There are 8 distinct dining venues on the property. You've got everything from the show cooking at the main Don Nicolas buffet, to fusion cuisine at Crystal, Asian at Sayuri, or maybe some cuts at the Nautilus Steakhouse down by the pool. Oh, and Milano for Italian buffet. There's also a 24-hour sports bar and cappuccino for your daily pastry and ice cream fix. Theoretically, you could eat at a completely different themed restaurant every single night of a week-long vacation.
And remember, if you splurge for that elite club upgrade we talked about, you get your own totally exclusive a la carte restaurant too. But Section 5, the practical trade-offs, giving us a reality check from verified travelers. Because, as we know, marketing copy doesn't ever tell the whole story, does it? Let's pivot to the practical realities based on recent verified guests who stayed post-renovation.
So one recent guest noted that while the buffet food was definitely good, you absolutely need to get to the specialty restaurants early. Why? Because they're on the smaller side and they operate on these really tight 6 to 9 p.m. hours. That dinner rush is highly, highly competitive. The crucial takeaway here? You've got to plan ahead and be pretty strategic if you actually want that a la carte dining experience.
And honestly, those operational hiccups don't just stop at dinner capacity. Another guest who stayed right after the 2026 reopening reported waiting almost 2 hours because a server literally totally forgot their order. They also found the daytime pool entertainment to be surprisingly average. It's an important lesson for us. Beautifully modernized rooms are fantastic, but a fresh coat of paint doesn't instantly solve spotty service while the staff are still adjusting to a brand new setup. And then, of course, there's the classic mega resort hustle. Listen, if you want a prime pool chair during a busy week, you better be prepared to wake up at dawn, grab a coffee, and ruthlessly play the towel game. Competition is fierce out there, and the ambient noise levels can run pretty high. If your idea of a vacation is a totally silent, empty beach with just the gentle sound of the wind, yeah, this energetic atmosphere is probably going to drive you absolutely crazy. Okay, Section 6, the final verdict. Who should book and who should pass? Now that we've weighed all those glossy, newly renovated amenities against the grounded realities of crowded dinners and pool chair competitions, it's time for our final verdict. Who is this place actually for? So the best fit traveler definitely includes families, mixed-age groups, and really anyone wanting a lively, convenient, beachfront 24-hour all-inclusive. You know, high energy and great walkability to town. But who should pass? Well, if you are seeking quiet luxury, highly refined specialty dining right on demand, secluded intimacy, or guaranteed super individualized service, you should absolutely look elsewhere. Ultimately, this resort is a fantastic, energetic baseline for budget-conscious families, but it is definitely not a boutique luxury hideaway. So with all of this on the table about the recent renovations, the crowds, and the amenities, we really want to hear from you. Would you pull the trigger on an upgraded Elite Club suite to secure that premium service and a private pool? Or would you take your vacation dollars down the beach to a different property entirely? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and hey, don't forget to subscribe for more Resort Explainers. See you next time!